Across the street from McCombs Field, Comal Street, it's UFCU Disch-Falk Field. And it's time for baseball, the first weekend series of the year here at home for the Texas Longhorns as they take on the Boise State Broncos. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a chilly 48-degree night, going to fall into the lower 40s for the end of the night. But one thing that's not chilly right now for Texas is their pitching staff, and it's been outstanding so far this season.
It hasn't been just the starters. It's been a collective pitching staff for Texas. The bullpen's throwing the ball well. It starts on Friday nights. Bryce Elder's done a very good job at the 5-0 record, the 180 ERA. I think it gets me on this stats right here, Zong. It's a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. A thing that hurt Texas a lot last year were the walks. So far, not a problem this year.
You know, you go with that. The reason you get that kind of ERA is the other thing is we got to talk defense has been very good as well when you look at that. Now, when you look at the other side of this picture, 40 years ago was the last time that Boise State played college baseball. They haven't lost a game in 40 years, but they haven't won one either. It is really a great story that we get to see, and you can see the timeline right there, Greg.
Exciting time for Boise State. They first competed in baseball in 1936. They were Boise Junior College, and they went to NAIA, made their way up to NCAA, but they dropped their program in 1980. So tonight, I'd say it's a historic event. First time in 40 years. We talked to Coach Van Tol. He's excited. He said, there's no pep talk for tonight. The guys are ready to play baseball.
Yeah, you look at Coach Van Tol, he is excited. There's no question. You know, this is a guy that had been in Boise. He'd been coaching professional baseball for the Cubs in their rookie ball league up there. Took over the job in 17. He is so excited. He said, I don't know really what to expect, but I guarantee you one thing. Our guys, I just no sense talking. I don't have to talk to my guys because they're ready to play.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming for Boise State to get to this point. So they're chomping at the bit, no pun intended, and they're ready to go.
Gun Young Kim, the first hitter in 40 years. We had to highlight him because he's going to be the first hitter for the Broncos in 40 years. Good-looking player, and he's going to be facing a tough customer because Bryce Elder is as good as there is.
Yeah, Bryce Elder had a great year last year. The record didn't show it, but innings pitched, not many hits. But Bryce Elder, you see the junior from Decatur, 6'2", 220 pounds. Won his first start against Rice, went 6 innings, only gave up 4 hits and a couple earned runs. The 4-pitch mix, it can be the fastball, he can work the sinker, the cutter, the slider, the curveball, he's got it all. And like we've seen before, he is the leader of this staff. Sometimes you don't lead vocally, you lead by example, and that's what Bryce Elder does.
And he gives you so much depth on Friday night, too. That's what, you know, the Friday night guy in college baseball, when you have 3-game series, is so important. It sets the tone for the weekend.
Yeah, you know that guy's going to go out and give you 6, 7, 8. Save your bullpen, but that's why he's here on Friday nights, because he's the bell cow of the staff.
Could be some pictures. First pitch in 40 years. Swung back, foul back. How about that? Might as well hack at it.
Been 40 years, we're going to come out hacking.
Young man came over to play collegiate baseball from South Korea. Transferred in from Portland. A lot of these guys. This is on the ground. Faltini with it. Across the diamond in time. And that's the way the ball game starts, and that's the way the first batter. You hate to say in program history because they have some history, but this is a rebirth of history.
Oh, in recent history, how about that? A lot of these guys weren't born. A lot of people in the ballpark weren't born the last time they played baseball in Boise State. So, yes, it's a historic moment.
Bryce Elder will step in. Adelia steps up. Christian. Second baseman. Pitch is in there for a strike. You know, the scenario here, too, the other part is they haven't been outside a lot. Being a northern school to go with this, they don't have a ballpark. We'll get into a lot of this over the course of tonight and this weekend. They're going to play their games in the minor league park where the Cubs have their rookie ball league in. But, you know, they haven't had a chance to get outside because of the weather.
There's been a couple days where they could get out and play some catch, but
Liner right at Williams. Snared that right at the shoe tops right there. Moving to his left. Able to put it away. Ball hit right on the button.
really since the fall haven't had much time to get outside. Right on the line, right on the shoe tops. Right in the glove.
I like the way he got in position. He wasn't sure if the ball was going to hit the ground, but he was in position to maybe try to knock it down. I bring Michael Hicks to the plate. This guy's got some big-time power. Watching him take BP. Man, a local product, 6'7", 251 pounds. Ball jumped off his bat watching him in batting practice.
He's a big human.
Elder quickly out in front with the fastball.
Got that sinker working. Keeping it down, tailing it away from the left-hander.
Bryce's 0-2 delivery. Fouled off left side. Souvenir. 48 degrees and clear. Light breeze blowing from the northeast. Supposed to get down close to 40 by the end of the ball game. Cool night here in the capital city. 0-2 again. Upstairs, and it's 1-2.
Prior pitch just up. Hicks able to handle it, fight it off down the line. He's had success with the first two strikes to Hicks down in the zone.
Over the top of it. DJ knocks it down, fires to first. 1, 2, 3. Go the Broncos in the top of the first. Longhorns coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning. Head coach David Pierce in his 4th year as the head coach for the Texas Longhorns. His lineup, ever changing. Some of the veterans back at the top. And I highlighted Cam Williams because he's really swung the bat pretty well over these last couple of ball games. These midweek games, gets to start here on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to play your way into the lineup, and Cam Williams starting at DH during the week, but right now getting a start at third base, swinging the bat good, swings it from both sides. He's a switch hitter. So Cam Williams in that starting lineup at third tonight.
Travis Weston is the left-handed starter. First guy to toe the rubber for the comeback for the Broncos of Boise State. Young man from California, 6'1", 197-pound sophomore. A lot of these guys, folks, you'll see that they're sophomores. 12 guys came in last year and worked out, couldn't play, and spent a redshirt year just getting prepared for this season.
Yeah, strike thrower is Weston, 3-pitch mix, good changeup in that 3-pitch mix. Started his career at San Diego State and then transferred over to Ventura College, where he went 8-3 last year for Ventura College, and now he's getting the nod here tonight because Coach Vantal, they didn't have much to go over except fall ball, and he threw the best in the fall, so he's getting the nod here tonight.
Austin Todd will step in, 250 overall, but in the leadoff position of a ball game, hitting .375 on this young season as they throw that ball out, the first pitch thrown. He would have loved to have thrown a strike with it, but that ball will go into the trophy case. Back on campus.
There's the changeup already, second pitch of the ball game.
Good arm speed.
First strike.
Yeah. Austin digs back in. Fouled off right side. And it's 1-2 to Austin. Senior from Round Rock, just up the road. Longhorn right fielder. See the numbers. It's been good, though, in this leadoff position. Chop. Going to be a tough play. First one to the deck. Can he get him? He cannot.
Good hustle down the line right there by Austin Todd. Tough play for the shortstop, Cole Posey, getting your first start as a freshman, the first play of the game. You got to come in, get rid of the ball, and that's awfully close down there at first.
Cole Posey is a true freshman from Georgetown. Comes in, he really made an outstanding play right there. Bang, bang, but an infield knock for Austin Todd. That brings Duke Ellis to the plate. Duke, senior from Nacogdoches. Upstairs for ball one.
Wasn't much movement out of Duke right there. That was awfully close to his noggin. Huh?
Lefty, lefty. Not gonna. Don't want to give up much. Off to a fantastic start. Is Ellis. This is upstairs again, and it's 2-0.
Now, this is the type of changeup, in my opinion, that you can throw to left-handers because the arm speed is so good. If you don't have that secondary curveball or slider, the changeup could be your slower pitch. But right here, I'd be looking for the fastball.
Almost hitting. And it's 3-0. Going to the stretch. Right off the bat. Weston, you struggling right now just to find it.
Well, we talked about they haven't been outdoors too much. You can throw bullpens all you want. You can throw in the football bubble, or if you get out, throw in a couple times in fall and then in the spring. It's a difficult thing. Now you're surrounded. The lights are on. You're in a
hostile environment.
Well, I mean, it can be. You could let it get to that if you don't throw strikes. But it's all new, and I'm sure there's some nerves going.
Comes back there. Paints the zone. Corey Meyer, as the catcher behind the plate, was ready to throw. I would think that Todd probably off with this pitch.
Probably see what kind of move Mr. Weston has right here.
Going, hit on the ground, by into right field. York couldn't get to it. And Todd has to hold it third.
And with the lefty Weston on the mound, you got to make sure he's going to home plate. And Austin had to hold up slightly, but this ball hit right past the first baseman, Joe York. Almost gets to the corner. Good at bat for Duke Ellis, and good hustle out of the box, getting to second base. The Horns have action here in the first.
Carey did a nice job in right field, getting that ball cut off to save a run. So Zubia looking for his first hit with a runner in scoring position this season. Now he has driven in 7 runs. Looking for a knock right here. Infield back for Boise State. Off speed in there for a strike.
You have an opportunity right here without a base hit. I mean, just put the ball in play.
Infield, middle infield back. 0-1. Hit well to left. This is going to go for extra bases. It's a ground rule double, and it's 2-0 Texas.
Another changeup from Weston. This one stays up and cuts in just a little bit right there on Zubia. He's fooled. Not really. He hit that ball pretty good. Just in front of the track, bounces into the Bronco bullpen for a ground roll double.
Texas on the board. That's something they've done really well so far this season, scoring in the first inning. 2 spot. Still nobody out in the inning. TJ Petrinsky steps in. He's hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. RBIs 8 and 9 for Zubia on that double. You know, you will get used to playing here at the Dish, but the outfielders pretty shallow. Zeke, for you and I know this ballpark. Yeah, they're going to have to back up a step or two here.
I think they might understand that as this game goes on.
Yeah.
But especially by tomorrow's game and Sunday's game. Yeah,
because
it's
the
a
alleys,
big outfield.
Yeah, it's a big outfield, and the alleys get really big if you try to cheat coming in a little bit. The 0-2 to DJ. Not now. Steps off.
Without a slight breeze tonight. The ball's going to get over your head if you're playing too shallow, and we've seen it already. Earlier in the week, the games, there was not much getting over your head.
Yeah, but the hawk was out. Right side, back into the stands. We'll do it again, 0-2.
Boise looking for their first out. Texas jumping out with a single and a couple of doubles.
Weston looks in. Now gets his pitch, and here he comes. Ripped foul down the left field line.
Sometimes you have tendencies maybe overthrowing the changeup, and sometimes it will cut on you, and that's the last two have cut.
Yeah,
and
instead of fading away, it's coming into the righty.
Yeah, that's not a good combination.
Darren Steers did everything he could do to get out of the way as the umpire at third that time. That was a rocket right at him. 0-2 again. That one
stayed.
Explain to the folks, you can see that one really from our center field camera, folks. You can see the ball running at the end away, and he got it off the end of the bat.
It really is just a matter of centimeters as far as your finger pressure and how you release the ball. You don't pronate so much. Sometimes you might get that ring finger just slightly inside it, and that's the one that cuts. That was a good one. It ran away from DJ.
Fouled off again. Good at bat here with 2 strikes. 11 straight pitches in the strike zone. 7th pitch of the at bat coming. Sometimes you can throw too many strikes.
Too many, right? You need to waste one every once in a while.
Upstairs, gets away, moving up Azubia to third. Probably be what I would call a pass ball.
Not sure if he got crossed up. It looked more as he put his glove in front of his eyes. Watch him go up to get the ball right in front of his face. Also, as a catcher, you might think DJ's going to swing at that one and just happen to blink at the wrong time.
Now the infield does come up here with a 1-2 count. Weston's 1-2 pitch misses outside.
Coach Van Tol saying, treating these games a lot like when we would go to spring training as a big leaguer or minor leaguer, and pitchers are on pitch counts. 75, around 75 is what he wants his starters to go. Weston already at 21 pitches right here with no outs in the first.
Yeah, it's been laborious at this point. Waiting on deck. Altini has been really good with runners in scoring position, hitting .667, so pick your poison here. The 2-2 misses outside, and the count goes full.
Hasn't had much command of the fastball. I would think he would go to the changeup here, 3-2.
It's his best pitch at this point. Infield moves back a few steps to about halfway, and the payoff. Got him with the changeup. Exactly what you were talking about. First strikeout. That will throw that ball out as well.
A lot of times, arm speed and the count can dictate where, if they're going to swing at that. DJ sees it up in the zone, and that one, you could see it. That was good. Even though it was up, it tailed away, and the speed of the pitch fooled DJ.
Infield again up about halfway, just in front of double play depth. Would like to cut the run off at the plate, not pulled all the way up. Altini will step in. Freshman from Houston. 294 on the year overall. 667 with runners in scoring position.
Breaking ball right there.
Richmond, Texas, in the Houston area. Had him out in front. It's quickly 0-2. Left-handed hitting Eric Kennedy awaits on deck. The 0-2. Got him. Struck him out on 3 pitches right there. That's a big out for the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, you're chasing 2 already. You had a runner on third, no outs. Right now, he's gone to the changeup again. Right there, arm speed and location on that one.
Kennedy steps in. 2 hits on the year. At this point, he's driven in a run, scored 3 times. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Fastball misses upstairs. Chance to limit the damage for the Broncos. Sophomore from Tampa. Off of the fist. The count evens.
Staying in on the lefties, that's for sure.
The 1-1. Fooled him, had him out in front. Sweeping breaking ball.
That's the breaking ball you throw. I talk about since he has such a good changeup that it could be good to lefties, but that's a pretty good little curveball as well for the left-handers.
The 1-2. Upstairs.
That's the one he wanted right there. Weston had him looking for something slow, off speed. If he gets that one in his location, he got the out. A little high.
2-2. Popped him up. In foul territory. Montgomery over. Can't make the play. Haven't been outside very much. Ball always comes back to the field to play. You knew it was going to be a difficult play.
It's difficult. Coach Pierce doing all he can to get out of the way. Right here, he thinks he's out of the way, and then the ball just sails back a little bit more. What Montgomery thought it was going to do. Not happy with himself on that one.
2-2 again. Break for Eric. Misses outside. Boy, that is so tough, Greg. You think you're a pitcher, you made a pitch, you think you're out of the inning.
Yep.
And then now you got to go back and grind and get an out.
Well, this is what you call picking up a teammate right here.
Payoff. Popped up. Shortstop Posey underneath it. Comes back in. He can't hold it, and he does. Hits his glove and it bounces out, and he catches it with his bare hand.
Yeah. Pop flies are always the toughest things, but Posey, watch this. He stays right with it. Whoop. And the bare hand catch.
You know, Greg, when you look at it, Boise State playing their first game in 40 years, it's got to be a vision from somebody. And retired president of Boise State University, Bob Costra, his vision, he was a baseball fan, he liked it, he says, we need to bring baseball back. So his vision is what got this started, and then back to playing Division I college baseball. It's such a cool story, but it has to have one person that has that vision.
Yeah, and Bob Custer was that guy there at Boise State, and since then, what, he retired and came back, or
he has retired, totally retired, and new president, but they stayed with his vision and his idea to get baseball started and trying to get the facility built. It'll probably maybe finish by next year, but may not. They may play a couple of years in the minor league part, but it's really cool to, you know, you got to have a vision to want to bring a sport back, and I think it's really cool.
Well, they had most major sports except baseball, and they were wanting to get that back. And it's a great for the game of baseball. It takes them, gets them back in action since 1980.
Gordon Montgomery will lead it off. And downstairs, 4-pitch walk. We're talking about that number being so good. 3-to-1 walk to strikeout ratio by Texas pitching. Leadoff walk in the second.
An unusual 4-pitch walk by Bryce.
Joe York will step in.
Something
Bronco first baseman.
Something Bryce is very good at, though, is getting ground balls.
True
turning
freshman.
double plays.
Yep. From Campbell. Good pitch there. Nips the outside corner. The 0-1. Two-seamer moves away. Count evens at 1-1.
Campbell, California. We might see a picture later of me when I was younger with a Kyle Chapman uniform on. Campbell, California beat us in that Pony League World Series.
Wow.
Yeah.
To get that far, though, that's a pretty good story. 2-1 to York. Gets the outside corner. Count evens. And Tall told us, you know, we have a little left-right thing going in our lineup. You know, he's got right-hander and then a left-hander, right-hander.
All the way till the 8 and 9 hole, and they're both righties.
First base hit in 40 years for the Broncos. That ball will obviously be thrown out as well. And it's going to be a trivia question one of these days. Joe York is the man that got it done.
Yeah, Joe York stayed with it right there. DJ wanted that one down. Like they got the strikeout at the end of the first on Hicks, but that one stays up. Joe York, the first hit since 1980. There's the ball.
Corey Meyer will step in behind the plate. Outstanding so far.
So they got the first strike or first pitch of the game. They got the first strikeout of the game. They got the first hit of the game. The ball all went to the dugout. What if Montgomery scores right here?
I don't think you can get a ball for that.
No,
you take his shoes off.
Take him out of the game. Yeah, we got to put you in the trophy case.
Local product from Idaho, 5'11", 180 pounds. Zubia anticipating bunt, as Williams at third. They're both up. Meyer did not look like he was going to bunt right there. He took a full hack.
He was trying to hit a 3-run Jimmy Jack. Trying to take the lead right here. Sometimes, though, you give them one swing. Now maybe they can put the bunt on.
Coach Van Tol told us, he said, you know, first 5 innings, I'm going to let these guys play. You know, we haven't played any baseball in a long time. This is our first opportunity. He said, don't think there'll be many signs. And that's what we're seeing so far. You're just letting them play.
Stay out of the way.
Stay out of the way.
Tony, you watching?
The 1-1. Good breaking ball. And it's quickly 1-2.
Well, if I'm Bryce and DJ, right, I've seen the same swing twice. Didn't try to cut it down, didn't do anything. Just stay out of the zone, throw that slider down in the zone. I wouldn't even try to sink him in. I would stay away from him right here, something low.
I like something spinning.
Out of the zone.
1-2. Nice job by DJ to keep that in front. And it's 2-2. The DH, Miles Harris, in the on-deck circle. Boise trying to answer the 2 spot that the Longhorns got in the bottom of the first. Good breaking ball there, got him.
Yeah, that's recognizing the situation, recognizing what the hitter's given you. Saw 3 swing and misses right there. Same exact swing, all in the same location. Good job by Bryce and DJ right there.
That brings Harris to the plate. Another young man from California, junior, transferred in. Downstairs for ball one. On the ground. To his right is Dixon. Plays at first, the only out he could get, but a really nice play. It saved a run right there by Brendan Dixon.
Playing double play depth up the middle slightly, and this ball's hit firmly to his left. A good dive. Throw a little offline, but Zach stays with it. Second out of the inning.
Grant Carey will step in, the right fielder. Right-handed hitter. They don't play a lot of baseball in England. I know you've gone to Europe a couple times to teach some baseball, but this is a true freshman.
They hit the one that bounces first with a flat
Cricket?
paddle. Yeah, they're starting to pick the game up over there in Europe. Young kids and camps doing things.
Over the top of that one.
I think Major League Baseball is going to play some games over there.
In London?
Yes.
Quickly 0-2. Elder trying to pitch out of a jam here in the top of the second. Did he go? He did not. And it's 1-2.
And with Bryce's slider, curveball, anything off speed, when you get outside, Zonk, as a hitter, you haven't seen this kind of pitch outdoors. You see it inside.
Yeah. The depth, too, of having a whole field makes a huge difference. The 1-2. Got him. Nice job by DJ. Tag him out. Strikeout gets Elder out of the inning. 2-0 Texas. The year was 1980. Guess what the hottest movie was? There you go, Chewbacca.
Empire Strikes Back.
You're absolutely right. Hey, do you believe in miracles?
Jim Craig.
Absolutely. And Coach Gus, 12th straight tournament appearance in 1980.
And that third base dugout. Got a smile on his face, as he should, going to his 12th straight.
Absolutely.
Postseason.
It has been 40 years since the Broncos played baseball, playing their first game tonight. Glad they're in the capital city of Austin, Texas, to take on the Texas Longhorns. 2-0 Horns as we go to the bottom of the second. Doug Hutto will step in. Weston out it for his second inning of work. Now talk to us a little bit, Greg, about his response. He's got to feel he threw an awful lot of pitches. Got to be a little more comfortable here in the second as he comes out.
He got out the first there with 2 runs. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. There were no outs, runner on third, 2 runs already in. So yeah, he started concentrating more, making better pitches. Got a couple of strikeouts in that first inning. So yeah, comfort level should be up there. The feel for his pitches should be there.
There's the change right there, and a good one.
Yeah, that's the eliminator right there.
Yep.
Nerves should be better.
The 1-2 to the true freshman from Bernie. Breaking ball, got him. Good breaking ball, back door, started it out away and brought it over the back corner.
That's a breaking ball or just a really slow changeup. It does kind of look like it floats in there a little bit. Yeah, you're right. It did come in back door. A little curveball right there. I mean, as the season goes on and scouting reports, it's either have a changeup or you have both of those pitches are slow. So really, if your fastball's not on, you can just gear up for something slow.
Yeah. I'd like to see more of a cutter. Your breaking ball having a little more velocities. You know, I can see that because hitting, rhythm and timing, you got to disrupt it. Cam Williams steps in. Young man from Florida. Off to a good start. Hitting 400 as he steps in. Getting the start tonight at third base.
First 3 hitters reached with base hits since then. He's Weston has struck out 3 of the last 4.
Off of the fist foul. And remain 0-2. See Hicks now on left, back a few steps. This ball into right center. They're playable as Carey is able to run it down for the second out of the inning.
Cam Williams, he'll take that. Now, yeah, it's not a base hit, but stayed right on it and drove that ball on a line to right.
You hit it 3 out of 4 times on the head of the barrel of the bat, you're going to get hits. But you got to. Sometimes you think you're never going to get another one.
Got to keep grinding.
Got to keep grinding. Brendan Dixon made that nice play in the top of the second. Dixon, 2 outs, nobody on, has had his struggles this season. That's where we are here. 1-0 in there for a strike. And you can just see the difference in Weston now.
Well, I mean, the first inning, the first hitter gets on. Now you're from the stretch. Now you have to worry about a runner. You got to worry about how am I going to pitch this guy. A lot of things going through your mind now. His tempo's a little quicker. He's got a feel. You've seen breaking ball, backdoor breaking balls now to right-handers, and the changeup has been there. Now if he can start spotting his fastball up.
Breaking ball misses down. Count evens at 2-2. The 2-2. Chop foul. It's always interesting to me. You look at the Broncos as we look around the field. A lot of them in short sleeves. But the temperature's about the same.
It's 49 right here. It's 43 in Boise.
Yeah, it's about the same here tonight. Two coming to the Longhorn second baseman. Got him with the fastball. 4th strikeout for Weston. Through 2. Texas leads 2-0.
More. Little ones agree. More is better. At Dell Children's, we feel the same. Our care teams and connection to the Dell Medical School at UT.
Probably the most recognizable turf anywhere is in Boise, Idaho.
What do you mean?
The blue turf.
Oh, yeah, the blue turf. We've seen that at the football stadium. There they are. They're going to work outdoors on that blue turf in Boise.
Still looking to get their facility done, get back.
Rumor has it that the new stadium, baseball stadium,
could have blue turf.
Could have blue turf.
Ooh, that would be cool. And look at this. A young man from right here in Central Texas, Cole Posey, steps in. He's from Georgetown, 5'10", 185-pound freshman. 0-1 downstairs, and the count evens at 1-1.
First stop Coach Van Tall made when he was able to start recruiting was right here to Austin, Texas, to go watch this young man.
Said he flew. That was the first trip. He got on an airplane because this is the first place I stopped on a recruiting trip. Posey swings over the top of it. Got 3 or 4 guys he was looking at here in Texas. Got 3 of them.
Reagan Doss, Round Rock High School.
Chop foul. 1-2 to Posey. So Posey digs back in. On the ground to Williams. Across to Zubia for the first out of the inning.
You saw the names there. The first trip was down here to Texas. scooped up 3 to take back with him.
Gun Kim will step in.
See, Coach, he's mic'd up there too. There's a lot of cameras on him in the dugout, getting it all taken in tonight.
Well, he spent 40 years away from the game, not playing it at the collegiate level, and then they are definitely documenting the first ever. And what a place to do it. One of the most prolific programs in college baseball history.
Talking with Coach before the game, a lot of schools were like, no thanks. And, you know, because nowadays with the wins and RPIs and things like that, some schools don't want to do that. Coach Pierce willingly was like, yes, let's do it. It's a great thing for college baseball.
Get it back going. 1-2 to Kim. Misses inside. Count evens at 2-2. This is a heck of a story for Gun Kim. He was from South Korea, moved to the United States to play baseball.
Bryce trying to force it down there, leaving it up in the zone. Was way ahead. Now he's even with the count. Better look for that sinker right here.
The payoff. Chopped on the ground. Zubia has it. Underhands. Elder, nice play. 3-1 on the putout.
That's almost a timing play. Yes, that pitcher has to get over there quick. But with Zach coming in and away from first, they almost had to time it to where he didn't have to pitch it back by him. We saw Trey Faltini the other night have to pitch one back and didn't make it to Brendan Dixon, but that was perfect timing and good play over there by the pitcher and the first baseman.
Padilla steps in. Downstairs for a ball. Lined out his first time up. Good sinker there. You know, that's the other thing, Craig, we talk a lot about. If you can throw a fastball and get swing and miss, that, to me, that's one of the things you look at. For me, it's, can this guy pitch? If he can throw something that moves off the barrel and can swing and miss with the fastball, I tell you,
that's pitching.
Yeah. No.
He's not trying to throw 100. He's setting you up with either a sinker or breaking ball away.
This to third, Williams. Scooped by Zubia on the other end. 1, 2, 3. Go the Broncos. Due up. Zach Zubia. He's got the big blow in this ball game. A 2-run double in the first. Cool night in Austin, Texas. The Longhorns lead Boise State 2-0. 47 degrees right now. Very little breeze. Good thing there's not a ton of breeze. It would really be cold tonight.
Yes, it would.
Top of the order due for Texas to face Travis Weston out for his third inning of work. Really settled in. He has struck out 4 of the last 6 batters he's faced.
Retired 6 in a row since giving up 3 hits to start the ballgame.
Austin Todd led the game off with an infield knock. Back to lead off here in the bottom of the third. Texas up 2-0. Off of the fist and onto the clamshell. Quickly, it's 0-2.
Well, that's it. Whenever he got the feel now for that breaking ball and the changeup, now that fastball gets up on you in a hurry.
Yeah, it adds a foot to it, without a doubt. 0-2, upstairs. 1-2. Ripped to right by Todd. Nice piece of hitting right there. Stayed back, looking right field, and dropped the head of the bat down.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're looking for this off-speed pitch, watch how far he goes down. This ball, catcher's going down to block it right there. Good job by Austin Todd, just going right with it.
Watch the front side get down. kept his hands back.
Hands were back, yep.
Duke Ellis will step in. He doubled his first time up. 4th hit of the ball game, 2nd by Todd there. Breaking ball to Ellis, stays inside. Duke off to a fantastic start. 438 as he steps in here. Senior.
Most of the night off Wednesday did come in and put down a sacrifice bunt and finish the game in center field.
Breaking ball again, stays inside. Much like in the first inning scenario behind Ellis after the Todd single. Zubia has the big blow in the game on deck. Off with a fist, humpback liner. Posey throws over, not in time.
Close. Closer play than I thought it would be at first.
Brings Zubia back to the plate. He's driven in 9 runs this season. Heck of a slugging percentage. He's done a nice job. Average moving up. Not where you would like to have your average, but production's been outstanding. In there for a strike. Weston out in front, 0-1.
And when you have 9 RBIs on the season with 4 hits, when you get hot, just imagine what's going to happen. I mean, as far as base hits go.
You're right. There goes Todd. Foul back, a little hit and run. And he had a huge jump.
And Zach did not miss that by much. When you're fouling him straight back,
no doubt,
you are just underneath.
See, Todd, this is a gigantic jump. He had 4 full steps before the ball came out of the pitcher's hands. We haven't seen him move to first at this point of the game.
We might now. A lot of runners will, as soon as they see movement, they take off on lefties.
Breaking ball. Could be a tough out. Here comes Posey across the diamond. Is he in time? Yes, he is. And this could be one that could be reviewed.
I think maybe the last, see Zach, a little stutter step at the end. And I think he beat it still.
I think he did beat it. Not going to review it. At this point, doesn't look like there's a review. Get a chance to see it again one more time.
I think he was in there, Zal.
Do. Fouled off right side. DJ struck out his first time up. Doesn't matter now, it's in the books.
Yep.
So Todd in scoring position at second.
Zach tried to sell it.
He did. DJ digs back in. This is outside. 60 pitches now in the ball game for the Bronco left-hander. Talked about 75 being pretty close to that. If he can get a quick out here, I think he would come back out probably for the 4th. What do you think?
Oh yeah. He's settled in. He's throwing the ball well and getting the ball over the plate. Mixing it up good.
Longhorns 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position in the game tonight. And 1-2 to the Longhorn hind catcher. Knocked down. Buried it, but he got too far away from Meyer. Meyer couldn't find it.
Went straight out towards the mound. As a catcher, you're not going to look that way. You think it's going to be behind you. Went out towards Travis Weston.
So 2-2 now on the wild pitch. Moving up to third is Todd. 90 feet away from some insurance here. Texas leads 2-0. Good changeup, pull the string, had him over the top. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Travis Weston. 2-0 Texas. Elder back out. We're facing the 3, 4, and 5 spots, the meat of the order, as Hicks steps in. 1-1 count. Michael Hicks. Shot foul at the plate. Got some big time power. Coach Fentel told us, he says, you know, he can hit the ball. So I purposely watched him take BP, and yeah, it goes far.
Well, he's a big man. He can generate some power. 6'7".
Bryce looking in for the 1-2. 1-2 delivery. Ran it away from him. Over the top of it for the strikeout. 4th of the game for Bryce Elder.
2nd against Michael Hicks. Good run at the end of that pitch right there.
That brings Torrin Montgomery to the plate. Montgomery walked to lead off the 2nd. Was stranded. Chops this ball foul. Fastball in. It's a big young man himself. 6'5", 237, a true freshman from Kirkland, Washington. Good fastball right there.
Yeah, I would know who I wouldn't go after if there was a scrap. Him or the other guy. Yeah. The one that just spat it.
Breaking ball, top of the zone, but gets the strikeout. 5th for Elder.
That one just gets away from you for Bryce Elder, but fools Montgomery just enough to get him to take it and freeze him.
Yeah, you can see him give right there a little bit, that knee buckle. Couldn't react. York steps in. Got the lone base hit. First one since program restarted, 1980. He is 1 for 1 as he steps in. The 0-1 delivery. Pop to center and playable for Ellis. This should do it. Puts it away, and 1, 2, 3 go the Broncos in the 4th. We go to the bottom. 2-0 Texas.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be?
67.
Sorry.
Wait, have you heard about GoodRx? GoodRx finds free coupons to help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions.
Wow. I had no idea.
GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
Travis Weston, the left-hander, getting the start for Boise State for the first time since 1980, 40 years. First 3 horns got on base, single, double, double, but since then, Travis Weston has settled in, retiring 9 out of 10, including 4 strikeouts, doing it a number of ways, Zonk. He's been doing it with the curveball, changeup, and the fastball.
Yeah, started finding the feel for that fastball. Pitch count is fairly high at 63. They would like to, limit him to about 75 pitches. Faltini swings at the first pitch, grounded to third. Montgomery's still across the diamond in time, so 1 pitch, 1 out.
Check that, Zonk. He's retired 9 out of 10 with 5 strikeouts, and up 4. He's settled in. You talked about early, he had 30-something pitches first inning and a third. Since then, he's thrown about the same at 64. Pitch count probably around 75. So he's kept himself in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
Kennedy bunts. This is going to be a difficult out. Throw to first. Not in time.
It was always a difficult out when Eric Kennedy puts the ball on the ground. Uses his speed. Right out in front. Catcher Meyer came out quickly. You see he had one purpose right there. That's getting a knock.
That view right there. Not reviewed. Kennedy on first with the bunt base hit. Always a threat to run. Downstairs, Doug Hodo.
Lefty hasn't shown a move in this ball game. Texas has had a couple runners on first base. Austin Todd's been over there. He did take off on a hit and run, but not an attempted steal yet.
Good hit and run count right here. There is the first one we've seen. And Greg, I know you didn't show the best thing you had the first time you went over.
No, that's just to let you know that I know you're there and I'm thinking about you. I have a better one. Bigger lead by Kennedy now. 2 feet on green turf.
Didn't get the call in the upper part of the zone. Quickly, it's 2-0.
If I'm a lefty, and I'll see that right there. One, I might throw over because sometimes lefties can do that if they see a bigger lead. But I'm also like, oh, I need to make a pretty good pitch right here because with that lead, he might be going.
Yeah.
So a lot of things going through your mind. And Kennedy with 2 feet again out on the green turf. Weston tried to almost a quick pitch right there.
Yeah, it was. He came set and came quickly, didn't he? Long look in this time. Had him out in front. Quickly, it's 2-2. Activity as Harper, the right-hander, up and throwing in the bullpen.
Good base runners, fast base runners. They want to get that walking lead. So a lot of times when I would look over there, I'd try to get them to come set. That way they couldn't get.
There goes
walking
Kennedy.
lead.
Swing and a miss. No chance to get Kennedy at second base. He got a good jump.
Good jump on a breaking ball.
Yeah. Stolen base. 6th strikeout for the left-hander Weston.
And he even hesitated. He hesitated a half a step.
You know, Meyer there, you know, he had to block it. So once you go down and block it, get the out. He did that. Runner in scoring position for the Horns. As Cam Williams steps in. He lined to right his last time up. Swing and a miss. Not sure what kind of signal you would give with a man on second to the outfield. Meyer went out to give a signal. I never gave one with a man on second.
Maybe they're just working on something.
Okay. Did I pick
Been a while.
move?
Been a while.
Okay. The 0-1 to Williams. Hit to right. And he played it on a hop. Backed up. Might have been able to come get it. Didn't see it well off the bat, did Hicks. And it's 3-0 Texas.
I think that was it more than anything. Because it, off the bat, looked like it was on the line, but it was hit off the end, possibly in the lights. But he gave up on it early, gave him right there.
Yeah.
Still had an opportunity to come get it. And again, it could be outdoors. I mean,
Yeah,
you just can't get a jump or read.
Adjusted. That brings Dixon to the plate. Strikeout victim his first time up. Pitch misses down for ball one. Longhorns now 3 for 10 at the plate with runners on base. 2-0. Pitch count getting to the number. 75th pitch of the ball game coming here. Bunted out in front of the plate. Meyer has it, turns, fires to first in time as Dixon trying to head first slide. And that ends the inning, but the Longhorns get on the board. We get back. We'll visit with head coach David Pierce. 3-0 Texas.
I've scored
3-0 Texas as we play here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors for Boise State. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Texas. We take this opportunity to go down into the Texas dugout and visit with head coach David Pierce. Coach, one of the first things when you invite a team to come play for the first time in 40 years, you gotta have to walk us through how this all came about.
Well, actually, it was kind of accidental, and usually our scheduling is pretty strategic, but you know, we needed a home weekend series, and they were available, and I felt like they were the best team available, so that's how it happened. It wasn't anything special. It just kind of happened like that, and you know, I think Coach is going to do a good job with this group.
Hey, Coach, first Friday night game, give me your feels on what's going on out here tonight.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, the wind's died down, and it's not raining, and pretty good crowd. So, yeah, it's a good environment right now.
Well, talk to us a little bit about what you've seen from Bryce tonight.
I think he's a little frustrated in the first, just for whatever reason. He's got that good energy. He's always got that good tempo. Really settled in, made some real good pitches in the last inning. I like what he's doing.
Thanks for taking the time. Good luck the rest of the ball game.
All right, thank you.
Meyer steps in, 2-0 count from the Longhorn right-hander. You saw it when he first came to the plate. Now, Greg, that's a good note for young pitchers. If you watch an opponent swing the bat, you've got to know right now, staying away from this young man, he's probably going to have success.
He's swung the bat 4 times, and they've all been exactly the same swing. He hasn't cut down once in 5 swings now. And that was a sinker that came in on him. So, right now, I wouldn't risk going in because you might leave it up, and with that swing, he can do some damage. I like staying away with the slider. He wants to go back in.
Well, I just think that so many times young players, especially pitching, you know, maybe the first time in high school, watch swings of how they react to the way you're throwing pitches, and it'll tell you a whole lot about how to pitch somebody. Payoff pitch.
Do they adjust?
Not very often. Swing and a miss. 6th strikeout for Bryce.
Yeah, just another fastball down in the zone by Bryce. You see the downward angle right down the middle. Had to go after him 3-2. Got the result.
Miles Harris will step in. Grounded on a nice play by Dixon. His last time up. Right at the bottom of the zone. You stay right there, you're going to get a lot of people out.
And you see Bryce this inning picking up the tempo a little more as well.
The 0-1 gets the call. Quickly, it's 0-2.
It's funny how when you
fill up the zone,
when you pick up the tempo, you don't have to think. You know, it could have been a conversation in the dugout in between innings between him and DJ and Sean Allen.
Yes, he went.
This inning, 2 strikeouts, and he's really picked up the pace.
7 overall now on this breaking ball.
Yeah, there's a way to have energy, nervous energy, and be able to use it in your advantage. And you heard Coach talking about that when we just talked to him in the inning, saying for whatever reason he was, you know, out of sorts and he likes to get things going. Well, this inning he's using it to his advantage because he has an idea what he wants to throw and he's executing the pitch.
The 1-0 on the ground. Faltini tried to get to it in the left for a 2-out knock. 7 strikeouts for Bryce. Season high. second start of the year for the Longhorn right-hander.
And 67 pitches so far, which isn't unusual for Bryce. 7 out of the last 10, he's gone over 100. And in one of those, he threw 99. So he's going to throw pitches, and he's able to endure it at this time of the season.
Boise 1 for 4 runners on as Cole Posey steps in. Young man from Georgetown, grounded to third. His first time up. The 0-1. Chop foul. Quickly. Posey down on the count. 0-2. Upstairs, and it's 1-2. Now, you were talking about being able to go to 100. Now, we're still in February, and you want your ace to be fresh in late May and June.
Oh, he's going to be fresh. That's why he's on a Friday night guy.
Yeah,
he can do it. He can last. And there might be some games where he only goes 60 or 70. But right now, it's been unstressful. He's given up 2 hits, hasn't given up a run, and just struck out the side.
We'll visit with Gary Van Tol when we come back.
Jim and Joey.
We're so proud to be able to bring you and go down into the Boise State dugout and visit with their head coach, Gary Van Tol. Coach, you got to be excited about what's taking place. Listening to you earlier before the game, now talk to us about it's finally here.
Yeah.
What's it felt like?
Well, it's pretty surreal. You know, I know once that first pitch was thrown, I was going to be able to just sit back and relax. With all the work that we put in up until this point, and just so much going on, so many people reaching out and wishing us good luck. It was nice to finally get the game started and get that first inning out of the way.
Yeah, Coach, being from here, both of us played our high school baseball and stuff here. And in your first recruiting trip, you came right here to Austin, Texas. Give us a little story about that.
Yeah, you know, there was a lot of guys on our priority list, but Cole Posey was not the #1 guy on our list to come down and see once March 1st came. And Reagan Doss, who hopefully will get in the game here if we get it a little bit closer. You know, Posey from Georgetown High School and Reagan Doss from Round Rock. So for those guys to be able to be here today, I know it's special for them and their family and friends, and we were pretty excited when we were able to get the Longhorns on our schedule for those guys.
Well, that is great. And for Travis, I thought he really settled in. You know, it didn't happen for him right away, but he settled in and really gave a nice performance.
No, he did. And, you know, that first inning's always one you're holding your breath on. And it's been 40 years. So to be able to get through that, and, you know, with the runner at third base, nobody out, he could have really let that first inning get out of hand. I thought he did a great job getting a couple strikeouts, and then Posey did a little juggling act there to end the inning, and he did settle in. And, you know, he's at his pitch count with it being early. He probably wanted to go out there and throw another 2, but we'll see if our bullpen can hold us here a little bit and get something going offensively. But we just got to take it one pitch at a time here, and we had an opportunity there earlier in the game, first and second, nobody out, and, you know, didn't get a sniff. So we got to take advantage of those opportunities because we know they don't happen very often.
Thanks for taking the time, and good luck to you tonight and the rest of the ball game.
Thanks, gentlemen. It's a pleasure.
He is so much fun. You can tell. But who wouldn't be excited to bring it back after 40 years?
Oh, you can tell right there. He loves talking baseball, the strategies, how his players are doing, the recruiting, the history. It's all great. Got a new pitcher for the Broncos, Wesley Harper out of San Jose, California. Side armor. Saw a good little curveball right there. Good run on the fastball, a little sinker slider.
And it's 1-2 to Todd. There's the breaking ball. Got him. 7th strikeout by Boise pitching in the ball game.
That arm angle, you call it sinker slider, but that has a little loop on it. That was a good little curveball. Freezes the hitter.
So Parker, second guy to the bump for the Broncos as Ellis steps in. Duke doubled and scored in the first. Humpback liner to the shortstop his last time up. 1 for 2 in this one. coaches sort of have a game plan of what they want to do with pitching. This ball hit well into right. That'll be in for a base hit. And a big turnaround after the throw, but Ellis back to the back. Second hit of the night for Duke Ellis.
Well, that's what you do in that situation. The play's in front of you. Duke saw the ball slightly offline, hustling out of the box, thinking it might get past Posey out there covering second, but it didn't. He's able to get back to first. So the throw goes high, and that's what Duke read. And then he recognizes it's going to be caught.
Yeah, he's going to be on his own. That's nothing that Philip Miller, the first base coach, can do on that. You got to read that yourself.
I've coached first here for a couple of years volunteering, and that's exactly what you tell the runner when they're coming around first. Pick up the ball. Pick up the ball, and then they can adjust to where the throw goes.
Zubia has one of the big blows in the ball game. 2-run double in the first. He has grounded to short, so he's 1 for 2. Zubia hitting .222 with runners in scoring position, on base, excuse me. Ellis a threat to go, and there he goes. Breaking ball, throw to second is into center, and Ellis, seeing that quickly, gets up, moves to third as Meyer tried to throw that from his knees. Great jump, though, by Ellis.
That was, and that's what Corey Meyer tried to rush his throw from the knees, and when this happens, didn't work out. Following the ball sails into center field. And Duke's able to get to third base, get a stolen base E2. First error in 40 years.
They won't put a ball. They won't put.
They won't take that one.
They won't take that ball.
It's got to be a first. Somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah. Breaking ball misses outside.
Might be green light in here.
I would think he would have the green light. Infield up like it, double play depth, not really all the way pulled up. See if Zubia's got the green light. We'll never know. Ball's inside, ball 4. So runners at first and third now. Patinsky, guarantee you he's happy he's seeing somebody different.
He didn't like that left-hander's change up. Struck out swinging his first 2 at bats, but a chance for redemption right here.
Broncos will be at double play depth, as you can see right there. Straight away in the outfield for DJ. Harper set. Downstairs for ball 1.
Like the old school stirrups. Pants up.
You don't see stirrups very often anymore.
Yeah.
We all wore stirrups in 1980, though.
Yeah, we did. I had those ones where you stretched way tall.
Yeah.
Way up there.
It's a great thing when uniforms went down below the ankles, though.
That's when guys started almost wearing like the
soccer shoe,
three-quarter
soccer
socks.
sock, yeah. The 1-1 to DJ. Ball inside. I can guarantee you that uniform there was in spring training in 1980, and
I almost got the little low stirrups. I just couldn't bend over to pull them up when I was that age.
Which you guys made it all the way to the championship game.
We did. We went to the World Series.
That was a long time. That was a bad mustache, too, I'm telling you.
I actually never played much. We had a lot of good guys on that all-star team, and coach puts me in with 2 outs in the last inning. What'd I do? Punched out on every TV channel in Davenport, Iowa.
3-1 to DJ. Don't think you'll see Zubia running here. Harper comes set. 3-1. There goes Zubia. Ball's inside, ball 4. That loads the bases.
Sneaky Wills is trying to get him on, what?
Well, Trey Faltini is he's been really good in these scenarios with runners on. Did not get it done in the first, but leading up to that, he had been 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. He'll get an opportunity here with the bases loaded. Texas trying to separate themselves in this ball game.
You got it? First mountain visit in 40 years.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, just to calm him down. Everything's a first. A lot of firsts tonight. First time on the mound here this season for a relief pitcher, so it's a different atmosphere. Started out well for Wesley Harper with the strikeout, looking since then a little out of the zone.
2 walks and a base hit have loaded the bases. This is the first time for Trey that he'll come to the plate with the bases loaded in his career here at Texas. I would venture to guess that's not going to be his last.
No.
Tough to double up. It's got good speed. Broncos at double play depth in the infield. Longhorns trying to blow this thing open. 3-0 lead here in the 5th. Breaking ball popped up right side. Don't believe anybody's going to get to it. Just a strike. York, Carey, all give chase. Can't get there. Harper comes set. Breaking ball misses outside. From that arm slot, breaking ball is really a big sweep.
You would think.
Yeah.
But this one, he's got a little loop to it as well.
1-1. Misses inside. It's 2-1.
Harper says, don't be diving out there on me. Kind of woke up Trey a little bit with that one.
On the ground. Second for 1, the relay to first, not in time. The Longhorns add 1 here in the 5th. On the fielder's choice.
Hit off the end of the bat just enough for Trey Faltini to get to first base, but does pick up the RBI.
Tried to turn it. Knew it was going to be tough with his speed. A little insurance for the Longhorns. Eric Kennedy single, stole a base, and scored his last time up on a bunt single, and has popped to short, so he's 1 for 2 as he steps in. Zuby at third. Faltini at first. Outside for ball 1. Always an advantage for left-handers when the guy drops down. You really see the ball coming out of his hands of a right-hander who is out to the side. Four runs on 7 hits for Texas. Trying to add some more here in the 5th. Squared the bunt, pulled the bat back. This conversation, an offensive timeout for Texas, I believe this conversation is going to be about, hey, it's first and third, drive the ball somewhere. Right. And you just a 2-out bunt here, you know, yes, you might get base hit, but if Zubia doesn't read it right, you may not score.
Take a perfect bunt down the first baseline.
So I say you
swing the bat.
Yeah, drive it. And I think that's what this conversation's about.
I mean, with Eric's speed, yeah,
and his pop.
If Zach goes, the play is home plate.
Could be.
You're not going to throw it to first.
12 of the last 14 pitches by Harper have been outside the zone. It's 2-0 now to Kennedy, who digs back in. Way outside, and it's 3-0. You've said it tonight a couple of times. It is difficult to get the feel of pitching in a game when you're working out most of the time indoors.
It's a whole new atmosphere. It's chilly, yeah, it's cold, but it's the surroundings. You're in the middle of the baseball field. Lights are on, pressure's on. First time we've had pressure this spring.
It hadn't chilled off as much as we thought. 8:30 now, still 47 degrees. And they're loaded again. Lagoto will step in. He's 0 for 2 as he steps in here. Harper comes set. First pitch fastball there for a strike. Long look in, now comes set again. Checks the runners. Foul back to the screen. And now ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Harper's 0-2. Got him and out of the inning. Damage done though by Texas as they come up with a run and lead now through 5, 4-0.
The big Bryce Elder, the leader of this Texas staff, the Friday night guy, got the win at Rice, came out tonight with his good stuff. He's thrown the ball well, using the slider, the sinker, and the curveball, using them all, and picked up the tempo, the pace last innings, throwing the ball really well now into the 6th inning. Just a couple of hits right there by Boise State. 1 walk and a season high 8 strikeouts so far.
Back to the top of the order. Gun Kim steps in. 0 for 2. He's grounded to first. This time he pops to left. Playable for Kennedy. Moving over, puts it away for the first out of the inning. Yeah, I think the one word that you said last inning, tempo. When Bryce gets in that tempo, he's usually really good.
There's sometimes when you do that and it's not to your advantage because you're not having a feel. You're just trying to rush things and not thinking. Well, when you get in that groove and you pick up the tempo, now it's up to the hitter to, hey, time out. We need to slow this guy down. He's
trying to get him off a rhythm.
Got a feel for everything right now, and that's what Bryce he's had since when we talked to David Pierce, probably the first inning, which was one of his better innings as well.
Good bender there, and quickly it's 0-2.
Everything is working. 75 pitches, 51 have been for strikes.
Well, that's another great ratio. Better than 2-to-1 strikes to balls. Laid off of it. It's 1-2. William. Second baseman for the Broncos. Tried to check his swing, fouled it off.
Slider that backed up on Bryce right there.
I know it's the second start of the year, but listen to the whip of 0.71. And whip, that's runners per innings pitched.
Walks and hits per innings pitched. Yeah, so he's only walked 2 on the year.
The 1-2. Got him.
Batting average against us below 150. struck out 6 of the last 9 hitters he's faced.
Just frozen.
Hey, this is the one he tried before, but that one he's trying to go away. He tried to bring that one indoor, try to throw it inside on him, and it worked.
That brings Michael Hicks to the plate. First pitch, perfect pitch, knee high away for strike one. 6'7".
Michael's like, I'm 6'7". That ball's low.
The 0-1. That one is down. Keon Evans. Just threw it by him, and it's 1-2. Looking for his 10th strikeout of the ball game right here. The 1-2. Fouled off. Keeps the at bat alive.
Had 10 last year against Oklahoma State, and then followed that up with 13 against West Virginia.
Got a new baseball and didn't like it. Throw that one out. And I always love the fact that the umpire puts that ball that you don't like back in his bag, because you're going to get it again.
And you'll probably throw it. He might be looking for a little higher seam, maybe for a breaking ball.
The 1-2. Chopped. Zubia to his right. Has to overhand it. Nice play to Elder to end the inning. 1-2-3. Go the Broncos.
This is Baseball on Longhorn Network. Is presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Friday night, downtown Austin, Texas. And it is, you can see the game summary right here. Weston pretty good, first time out, did give up the 3 runs in 4 innings of work. York gets the first base hit since 1980 for the Broncos. The story of the game for Texas is Zubia's 2-run double in the first, and Bryce Elder.
Yeah, got Texas on the board early for Bryce Elder, and Bryce has settled in this ball game with a season-high 9 strikeouts through 6.
Cam Williams will lead it off this time as a left-handed hitter, switch hitter. Lined out and singled to drive in a run his last time up as a right-handed hitter. Harper's pitch on the ground for the first out of the inning. Really, you know, the excitement, all these Bronco players were so excited to play, you know. The big part of that is 12 of them, and that's just amazing. 12 of them gave up a year in the transfer situation last year, worked out together, knew they weren't going to play any competitive baseball to come back for this year to start it. So it started with, you know, that 12 group of guys to come back. That's really cool.
Well, they've been dubbed the Dirty Dozen.
Really cool story.
Matthew Farman, Cameron Summer, Corey Meyer, Dominic Signorelli, Dawson Martin, Gun-Young Kim, Jace Bailey, Case Agudo. You see the list right there. That's the Dirty Dozen.
Really cool story. The 0-2 to Dixon. Upstairs. It's 1-2. It's a commitment you got to have. You got to have guys that are willing to come in. And
it's a commitment. That, and also, I mean, some were D1 transfers, so they had to sit out a year anyway.
Right.
Which, okay, I'm going to sit out this year, continue my education. But it does take a special person to give up that 1 year.
Popped up. Over as Meyer puts it away. Second out of the inning. And then, you know, you have those guys, the Dirty Dozen, that come in and stay. And then now you got to plug in guys from there. You can just see you've got the 6 transfers. You've got the 8 JUCO transfers who are immediately eligible.
Yep.
And then you start with 19 freshmen that you're going to have around for a while.
That's tough right there. I mean, yeah, the JUCO guys have played a level of baseball. The transfers obviously probably have played a little baseball at this level, unless they, just transferred without playing it. But the tough one there is the 19 freshmen. They've never been at this level playing this type of competition. Hats off to Coach Van Tall. He had to wait a while as well.
It's a heck of a story. The Bill one and the excitement. And then, oh, by the way, you're going to travel on the road to play one of the most storied programs in college baseball history. Well, it should be that way. 0-2 to Austin Todd. Breaking ball, misses downstairs. Austin has had a good night. Singled and scored, singled, stranded at third, and struck out. So he's 2 for 3 as he steps in. Harper settling in now. I think that second timeout, we saw it with Weston. That second inning, it was sort of like, okay, it's just baseball. I played this a lot. Fouled off.
You almost wouldn't expect the first inning to go good. I mean, yeah, you might get 3 outs quick, but a rocket here, a bullet there. I mean, you haven't been outside. You haven't thrown to live hitters in competition. So there's a lot going on for these young men. And the second inning has been better for both of the Boise pitchers tonight.
Hit well into the gap in left center. Nice running catch, though, by Kim to run down and take away extra bases. 1-2-3 goes Texas in the 6th. 4-0 Longhorns. The Longhorns continue their series versus the Broncos tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central. And they wrap up the series on Sunday at 12:30. You can watch Longhorn baseball all season long right here on LHN and live on the ESPN app. Another great view of downtown Austin. Bryce Elder out for his 7th inning of work. He has been really good.
Anywhere's on. You can watch it anywhere.
Anywhere.
On the app.
Anytime. The 1-0. Ooh, up and in. Montgomery. Nice out of the way.
Like maybe the cutter or the slider just slipped out of Bryce's hand right there, but that's an uncomfortable feeling for a hitter.
It is. Montgomery taking a little time to get back in the box.
I would too.
Bryce's 2-0 delivery downstairs, and it's 3-0. I tell you, this is getting close right here.
That's a little chin music.
It's not a good day in the neighborhood when that gets up there. The 3-0 in there for a strike. Montgomery, York, and Meyer due for the Broncos here in the 7th. Hit pretty well to his right. Dixon has it over the first in time for the first out of the inning. The ball's hit right on the button right there.
Yeah, just Dixon's right on one hop, and a good job again by Bryce Elder. Fell behind 3-0. You have a 4-0 lead. Threw a couple strikes and got that leadoff hitter.
88 pitches. You would think probably this last frame.
Yeah, there's some movement down in the Texas bullpen. No one throwing, but stretching and loosening up a little bit.
York at the first hit in 40 years for the Boise State Broncos. His first time up, and he has flied to center. 1 for 2 as he steps in.
Chilly night with no gloves on too. Batting gloves.
This is downstairs. I'm telling you, got that axe handle.
Yeah.
At the end of that bat.
Mookie Betts making that one famous.
Over the top and the strikeout. 10th of the ball game. for Bryce Elder.
Slider right on the heart of the plate, but down. Good stop by DJ, kept it in front. Gets the tag, gets the out. 10th strikeout for Bryce.
Meyer will step in. He's been a strikeout victim in both at bats, in the 2nd and the 5th. Fouled off right side on top of the clamshell. Six and 2/3 of 2-hit baseball right now for the Longhorn starter.
In the opening, we talked about the pitching has been good for Texas with the strikeout and walk ratio. Well, tonight it's 10-1 strikeout to walk.
This is inside, and the count evens. Tempo's been good. The other part that I've heard you say many times are stress-free pitches. That's another major part. I mean, you know, 88 pitches, 90 pitches, you know, well, what are the stress levels on those pitches?
It's been 3 base runners all night, so it hasn't been too stressful for Bryce Elder.
The 1-2 fouled off. We'll do it again. Looking for another baseball again. Meyer steps back in.
Looking for the slider ball.
He's going to get one for me. The 1-2. There it is. Laid off of it. A little more of a curve than a slider.
Yeah.
Count evens up at 2. '98th pitch of the night from Elder. Laid off. The count's full. The payoff. On the ground, back through the box. So he will, if he stays in the game, go over 100 here, or at least to 100.
Well, he's staying in the game, Zon. There's nobody warming up.
So Miles Harris.
He's going to hit 100.
He is going to.
And that's about right. I usually think 15 pitches an inning is pretty average.
Upstairs, ball 1.
Well, you can see some throwing down there here directly. There's some movement.
Popped up into the stands. And it's 1-1. Harris grounded to second, struck out in his 2 plate appearances.
Bryce doesn't like the baseballs the last couple innings. You know, sometimes they might not be rubbed up as good as the ones that started the game. Just a different feel.
It's a cold night, too. It's hard to get a feel. Upstairs, and it's 2-1. Catches the outside corner, and the count evens. Outside, and Meyer will be off with the pitch here. Zubia goes behind. He'll be off with the pitch here. 3-2. Good hack. Fouled it straight back from Harris. He had a good swing right there. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Three-two, inside corner, strike 3 call. 11th strikeout of the ball game. As Elder comes back, 3-2, paints the corner. Great outing. Right there, you see the line. Everybody congratulate him. I think he's done for the night.
That usually is an indication that he could be done for the night when the head coach comes and talks to you. Then you get a little love from your teammates. But what a night for Bryce Elder. 7 innings, just 3 singles, 1 walk, and a season-high 11 strikeouts for Mr. Elder.
Dawson Merriman is starting to throw, and Texas bullpen was getting up. 2-3-4 due for the Longhorns here against Wesley Harper. Now for his 3rd inning of work. Duke Ellis reached, stole 2nd and scored with a base hit, doubled in the 1st, so he is 2 for 3 tonight. A couple of runs scored. Outside. Count evens. Stabbed, and nice play by Posey to climb the ladder and go up and get it.
Hits this one right on the button. You see Posey right, almost like it was behind him, or to the outfield part when he got up to it. Good concentration. This one stayed in the glove the entire time.
Young man from Georgetown, Texas, playing baseball in Boise, Idaho. Harper has retired the last 5 Longhorns he's faced. As Zubia steps in, chops this ball foul. Big blow of the night, though. Really start the ball game off with Zubia's ground rule double. Drove in 2 in that 1st inning. He has since grounded out and walked. Breaking ball, misses outside. You know, each one of these guys, you come in, it's a great experience. You can see the nerves a little bit for Weston. You saw Harper struggle when he first got into the game with command. Since then, really done a nice job mixing in breaking ball, sidearm delivery with his fastball.
Harper came in the game, got the strikeout, gave up a single, and walked 3 of the next 4 hitters he faced, got a strikeout. So yeah, it was a little shaky that inning, but since then he's settled down.
Chop foul. And it's 2-2. Harper set quickly. 2-2 delivery. Up the 3rd base side. Throw across the diamond in time. You look at Montgomery. As Rantal said, you know, first baseman most of his life. They're trying to see if he can play 3rd. He's made all the plays tonight at 3rd.
3-sport guy. Yeah, I mean, his size is perfect. Either or, first base or 3rd base. But athletic.
He's athletic. DJ steps in. He has walked and struck out twice. Breaking ball over the top in there for a strike. Having a veteran guy like DJ behind the plate, it's going to be a plus for this pitching staff.
Plus for the pitching staff, plus for the other catchers on this staff. Learning from one that's been through it.
The 1-1. Good straight change.
Philip Miller does a great job with the catchers.
They're always working, blocking balls.
Doing something. Always got to be doing something.
4,876 folks in attendance tonight here at the Dish. Ball chopped foul. Supposed to be a warmer day tomorrow in the mid-afternoon. 2 o'clock Central Time. We'll have it for you right here on LHN. A long look in, the 1-2. Right side out of play.
About 60 degrees tomorrow. That'll be a lot warmer than it's been this week.
Sunshine. We haven't seen a lot of that this week either.
It peaked out yesterday, blinded.
Upstairs, the count evens. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming from Harper. Up to 52 total since coming into the game. Breaking ball, nips the outside corner, gets the strikeout. 7 in a row retired by Harper. We go to the 8th, 4-0 Texas. Cannon scared Duke Ellis. He got a little jumpy when it went off. 4-0 Texas as we go to the top of the 8th. Keith Moreland, Greg Swindell with you. As the guys fire the cannon off when the Longhorns score. New pitcher into the game is Dawson Merriman. He's a sophomore, transfer from Midland College, Greenwood, Texas.
Dawson came in the Sunday game at Rice. Got his only appearance of the season. The inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 1. Come in here after an excellent game by Bryce Elder, going 7 and striking out 11.
Outstanding performance by Elder. So Merriman will face the 8, 9, and 1 spots in the order for the Broncos. Grant Carey will step in. He has singled and struck out in his 2 plate appearances, both against Elder. Merriman from the side. Good sinking movement.
It's a different type of delivery. Slide steps and really just whips that arm through there.
Nips the corner there, and quickly it's 0-2 to Carey.
Went in, went away. He's also got the sweeper to go with it. Brought that one back over the outside corner. What do you call it, Zonk? Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Yes. 12th strikeout of the ball game by Texas pitching.
Wants to run back over the outer half. Brings it back. Quick delivery, quick arm. Lands on his heel a little bit right there, but that ball had some good movement on it.
Cole Posey steps in, hacks at the first pitch. He is grounded to third and struck out looking. Did a nice job at shortstop. Guarantee he's got a few folks in the stands. Played his high school ball in Georgetown. bet he told his teammates, hey guys, I can't wait to come back to Texas barbecue. It's great. And it'll be warm in Austin. Not really. (0-2) to Posey. Good breaking ball. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night again. Second strikeout, 13th overall by Texas pitching.
Looking for that heater. Get the slow one. I mean, good. Another perfect located pitch by Dawson Merriman. Tough to react, tough to pick up. Dawson Merriman. He's really attacking the zone right now. Obviously 6 for 6 with strikes. Now 7 for 7.
Kim will step in. He's 0 for 3. And a nice running catch. Take away a base hit. Extra bases from Austin Todd. But looking for his first hit of the year. Left side, down the left field line. Into the stands. Souvenir. It's quickly 0-2. And 8 pitches, all 8 in the strike zone for Dawson.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx him right here, so I'm not going to say anything about a perfect inning.
Well, I probably may have jinxed him. Come on and throw a strike, I guess is the best way I should have said it. Kim steps back in. The 0-2, it was a strike. And it was a perfect inning.
It was a perfect inning.
9 pitches, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Texas. Four nothing. Longhorns out in front as we go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Broncos go to the bullpen. Get Ike Buxton. He is a 6'3", 205-pound freshman from Ketchum, Idaho, right?
Ketchum?
Ketchum? I believe that's Ketchum.
Ketchum, Idaho.
Is that in that ski
right.
area?
Yeah.
Sun Valley or somewhere up there?
Well, I know he's one of the dirty dozen.
Okay.
Coming in here, Ike Buxton. But I mean, you take away the first inning from Travis Weston, you take away the first inning from Wesley Harper, and it's a 0-0 ballgame.
You're right.
I mean, it's been, well, okay, 1 run in the 5th for Texas, but they've thrown well after their first inning is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, you look at it, 3 walks by Harper in that 5th inning when he came into the game. He struck out 3, walked 3, and gave up a run, but really retired the last 7 batters he faced. He gives way here. There's Weston there. Did a nice job. So 4-0. No runs, 3 hits, 1 miscue for the Broncos. 4-7-0 for Texas. It will be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due for the Longhorns. Home half of the 8th, leading 4-0. Altini will step in. He has struck out, grounded out, and reached on a fielder's choice to drive in a run. Downstairs on the Bronco right-hander. It's a quick arm right there.
Yeah, we've had a few sidearm slingers tonight, haven't we?
Trey has driven in 5 on this season. He is homered. Off of the fist. Montgomery can't get to it. It's going to be an infield knock. That was a nice effort by Montgomery. When he slid, just couldn't come up with it. It was going to be tough to get an out on it anyway.
Yeah, you can't fault the effort right there. You want to go for every ball that you have the opportunity. Might have wished could have let that one go. You had Cole Posey coming in right behind him. Might have had an opportunity. Had good speed and a great effort by Montgomery.
Kennedy steps in. He has popped to short, bunt single, scored, stole a base, and walked. So he is 1 for 2 as he steps in. Upstairs for ball 1. long look down. Coach Pierce now steps back in. Do it bind, and the count evens.
Peyton Powell on deck, looking to pinch hit.
Lead from first. The 1-1 to Kennedy. Bunts it foul. We'll do it over at 1 and 2.
Tried to pull that bat back, just couldn't do it.
Long look in this time. Buxton set. There goes the runner. Pitches up. Throw to second base. Not in time. Throw a little bit high from Meyer. By the time you get the tag down, Boise couldn't get it down in time.
Close play if the ball's down on the bag. Good jump by Trey right there. Gets the hand just in there. Close to getting stepped on. They got those, call them oven mitts, to try to protect their throwing hand.
2-2 pitch to Kennedy. Foul back.
See that mitten that he has on, a little protection.
So good speed at second. Nobody out here. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0. Downstairs. And the count goes full. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. The payoff to Kennedy. Ouch. That hurt.
Around the bicep.
That hurt. Meyer shakes it off pretty quickly, but the tools of ignorance. Oh.
Only one of the places on your body that doesn't have much pad on it.
Doesn't have any. Do it over again. 3 and 2. Got him. Ball running away from Kennedy. Comes up empty. First strikeout.
Had some good velocity behind it. 3-2. Looking for the fastball. This ball just keeps running away from Eric right there.
We are going to have a pinch hitter. Peyton Powell. 6', 185-pound freshman from Robinson, the Waco area, Robinson High School.
Hind catcher.
He is a hind catcher, and this is his first career at bat right now. Pinch hitting for Hodo, who was 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Powell steps in. You know, it's the first time you walk up there and everything. I always felt that when pinch hitting, it's a tough job to do. But I went to the plate. That first fastball, it was a strike. I was not going to get cheated.
Go up hack.
The 0-1 to Powell upstairs, and the count evens at 1 and 1. 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position tonight for Texas. Buxton set. 1-1 to Powell. Downstairs. And it's 2-1. Four runs on 8 hits for the Horns tonight. No runs on 3 hits, 1 miscue. For the Bronx, downstairs, good hitters count now. I'm looking for that fastball again.
That's what you're waiting for. Getting your first career at bat. Let that first one go. Now you've worked the count in your favor. You should see a fastball.
Takes a deep breath. And here comes the 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4, gets away. Advancement to third, nice anticipation. Runners at first and third.
Yeah, never taking your eye off the pitch right there. Trey Faltini sees the ball up. Sees the ball come out of the glove. No hesitation. He's off.
Scored as a pass ball. So runners at first and third for Cam Williams. Steps in. Odessa, Florida. Transferred in from San Jacinto Junior College. 6'2", 195-pound redshirt junior. He steps in for the night. He's hit the ball hard. He lined to right, drove in a run with a base hit, and grounded to second. So he is 1 for 3. Switch hitter from the left side. Crushes this ball, but hooks it foul.
He was ready for that one.
Yes, he was. He was looking for it and got it. And got all of it. Just
It's
too
on the
quickly.
backside of the new facility up there.
It's on Comal now.
That one might be on Chacon.
The 0-1. There goes the runner. Fake throw to second. Powell has a stolen base. Second of the inning for the Longhorns. And now second and third with 1 out. Infield comes up.
4 stolen bases for Texas tonight.
Williams asks for time and receives it. Again, infield not all the way up, but about double play depth. On something hit crisply, they can still come to the plate. Outside, and it's 2-1. Boise State's pitchers tonight, you can't work on it. You can say, yeah, you can throw bullpens, but it's nothing like a live hitter. Know what's happening. Each one of them has struggled in their first frame.
You know, it doesn't count in inter squad and in the bubble. Get out here, now it's a whole different situation. Open air, competition in the other dugout. Everything is for real. But there has been a major improvement to their second inning. Like Buxton, if the game stays the same, won't get that opportunity tonight because they bat the ninth. Texas could win the ball.
Downstairs, ball 4. Bases loaded. We're going to have a pinch hitter. Salas Ardoin will be the pinch hitter. 5'11", 200-pound freshman from Moss Bluff, Louisiana. will come on to pinch hit. With the bases loaded earlier this week, came up with a big knock, opposite field double. So he comes on to hit here with the bases loaded.
Texas has had an opportunity in this ball game a couple times with the bases loaded.
Tall is going to go out. Usually he doesn't go to the mound very often, but he's trying to set the scenario here. Brings his whole infield in. To calm everybody down here and figure out what you're going to do with the baseball.
Well, there are situations when the head guy goes out there for a reason. So right now, yeah, get his point across, talk to his team, get them ready. Big situation in this ball game. Texas just up 4. I say just up 4. I mean, that's a grand slam away from tying it if you keep it there. So big situation in this game to bust it open.
Silas, 1 for 1 with the bases loaded this season. That was a double. To right. Drove in a couple with that double. Infield set. Bases loaded, 4-0 Texas, trying to separate themselves right here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. First pitch downstairs for ball 1. Long look in. Buxton now set. Outside, and it's 2-0.
If it's a point, you just want to play catch with your catcher right here. Get the ball over the plate, get a strike. If it is a base hit, it's a base hit.
You can't defend the base on balls.
There's no defense against the walk.
The 2-0. Downstairs, and it's 3-0. Got to take a couple here. Austin Todd awaits in the on-deck circle. The last 7 outside the zone. Ball 4. That walks in a run. So 5-0 now, Texas, and back to the top of the order. Do you go to the windup to try to change something?
I think at this point, yeah, you just, like I said, just try to play catch with the catcher.
Yeah.
You want to make them, Texas, put the ball in play. I think it's easier in this situation from the windup, but if it's not working, you should try something different.
Downstairs, Meyer does a good job of keeping that in front. It's 1-0.
Nobody warming up for Boise State. Now there is some movement now. Stretching. Would still take a hitter at least to get loose.
Buxton comes set. Breaking ball stays upstairs. Todd 1 for 1 this season with the bases loaded. It's almost got to take a strike here.
I'm thinking if he throws one in there, I'm hacking. It's a good pitch though.
Time called, and we're going to have a pinch runner.
Murphy Staley come in to run at first.
And he will go into third, he would think, or second, because Dixon out of the game. So 2-1 to Todd. Staley to now the runner at first. Just misses outside again, and it's 3-1.
Cameron Summer getting loose down in the Boise State bullpen. Another side armor.
Big swing and a miss. Didn't get cheated there, did Todd, and the count goes full. Austin steps back in. The payoff. Ripped to right. That'll score 1. And it is 6-0 Texas. That worked the count, got a ball out over the plate. Second time we've seen Austin go that direction in this ball game.
Yeah, stayed right on it. You see the head stay down. Hammers that one to right. Cam Williams was having to hold up, or excuse me, Peyton. Who's that down at third? I can't see the Cam Williams.
Yeah, he had to go back, you know, because he wasn't sure the ball wasn't going to be caught. It's a 3-for-5 night for Todd. As Ellis steps in, he's 2 for 4 as he steps in. Tough to double up, great speed. Buxton comes set. Inside for ball 1.
Duke angry. That's like the 3rd time they've come in on him tonight. He didn't like that.
Ellis steps back in. Buxton checks the runner. Off speed downstairs, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 delivery. Downstairs, he gets back to the screen. That's going to score a run. And it's 7-0 Texas.
Fastball by Buxton. It's right out in front. Did not get the glove all the way down on that one. This turf, sometimes we see the fastball, it scoots. That one right underneath of Meyer.
The 3-0 right down Broadway for a strike. A 3 spot here in the bottom of the 8th. Longhorns have some separation now. 7-0 ball game. (3-1) downstairs, ball 4. 4th walk of the inning by Buxton.
I think if Summers ready down there that he would be coming in this ball game. Looks to be the situation.
Well, Buxton came into the game, was struggled with his command. There's no question. He gave up the base hit to start the inning, then the strikeout. When we come back, we'll give you the new pitcher. 7-0 Texas lead here, bottom of the 8th.
Banking with
4th pitcher of the night for the Broncos of Boise State is Cameron Summer. He is a 6'2", 200-pound redshirt senior from Puyallup, Washington, and he pitched, transferred from University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. So he has pitched in the state of Texas before, and he comes on here with the bases loaded and a 7-0 Texas lead. This ball game started out 2-0 in the first. Longhorns got a big blow from Zach Zubia, who's coming to the plate now, and stayed that way. The 4th and the 5th, the Longhorns got single runs, and now they've blown it up on here in the bottom of the 8th. 7-0 Texas lead.
And a little control issues in this 8th inning by Ike Buxton. 4 walks issued in this bottom of the 8th. A couple singles, a lot of base runners, 3 runs have crossed.
2-run double in the first for Zach. Grounded to short, walked, and grounded to third. So he is 1 for 3 in the ball game. 2 ribbies and a double. 9 total on the year. RBI situation here with 1 out and the bases loaded. Off of his foot. They're going to play it that way.
Second base
They're going to
umpire.
review this.
Second base umpire was calling it foul.
So they get a chance to review it again. I think the second base umpire immediately, Kelly Nutt called it foul, and it was definitely off his foot.
He had his hands in the air.
Yes, he did. I think he's saying he's got the ball off his foot right there.
He called it foul immediately.
Yeah.
But with the
foul ball now.
With the headgear on, I don't think anyone could really hear him, but hands were in the air. And I'm sure everyone knew it. They were just playing it off like, come on, let's get in the dugout. Kelly immediately put the hands up.
Well, Summer is ready to pitch, and his outfield hasn't got back into position yet. You got to turn around and look. Says, all my guys here? Now he looks in for the sign. Everybody in position now. 0-1 to Zubia. Didn't get the call, just missed outside. And it's 1-1 to Zach.
In a long half inning if Dawson Merriman's coming back out to pitch the 9th.
It has been a long half inning. The 1-1 off of the fist. This is back out in front of the plate. He only plays to first. Can he get an out? It hits Zuby in the back. We'll get the call here. He is going to be called out because he was running in the baseline. So he will be credited with the RBI, and it will go 1-3 on the putout as Zubia was running to the inside part of the lane. And the throw comes to the inside. You can see him right there.
Yep, correct call.
It's a correct call.
1-3 with an RBI.
So now 8-0 Texas. Now they may have to go back to third here. I don't think this run scores because of the interference.
Oh.
So Staley will have to go back to third. Todd to second. Ellis to first on the interference. DJ Tinsky will step in. DJ 0 for 3 in this one. He has struck out 3 times and walked. As he steps in here against Summer.
Horns have batted around here in the 8th.
Good sinker. Swung over the top of it. Now steps back in. This is outside. Would think that every team, pretty much every team throughout college baseball, has a guy that throws from the side.
Boise State, we've seen 3 tonight.
1-1. Breaking ball misses outside. DJ in front now, 2-1. Long look in this time. That's an awful long time. Couldn't get on the right page there.
Yeah, got DJ to swing over the little sinker first pitch and then tried a couple breaking balls and might be wanting to go right back out there or in there.
2-1 delivery. Over the top of it again, and it's 2-2.
Well, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I got to throw it again, right? You think?
You'd have to shake me if I'm calling pitches for you. The 2-2 again. Strike 3 called, and that ends the inning. Longhorns put a 3 spot on the board. We go to the 9th, 3 outs away from victory. We go to the 9th, top of the 9th, and the Longhorns go to the bullpen again for their 3rd pitcher of the night. And it is Jared Southern. He is a 6'2", 220-pound freshman from Rouse High School in Leander. He's a true freshman as he comes on here for his first career appearance as a Texas Longhorn.
Yeah, big time stuff. Jared Southern, fastball, slider. Fastball can reach 94 to 95 miles an hour to go with that slider. With a big arm at Sean Allen, David Pierce. Staff like what they see, and getting a chance, an opportunity right here to get his first appearance.
Well, he gets into the game. It's an opportunity. No runs, 3 hits, 1 miscue for Boise State. 7 runs on 9 hits. No miscues for Texas. Temperature has fallen throughout the night. On a very cool evening. It's only 46. I don't believe that.
Starting to seem a little cooler than that.
It seems cooler than that right now. Glad you're with us. 3 outs to go in this one. The Longhorns trying to start the series off with a victory. Right-hander's first pitch. Fastball right there for a strike. Padilla steps in, 0 for 3 tonight. He's lined to third, grounded out, struck out.
Merriman and now Southern coming in out of the bullpen.
Filling it up.
Yes, they are.
The 0-2. Outside. And it's 1-2. 2-3-4 due for the Broncos here in the 9th. Breaking ball got him. That's that slider you were talking about right there.
What happened?
I'm not sure. They say you got a foul tip of this. Wasn't close.
I think he did. About a foot from it.
At least a foot. Well, we had a strikeout. He said he got a piece of it, and it's 1-2.
Yeah,
Oh, the replays, he's a foot from it.
It looked to be a foot. We'll try it again. Worked once.
Go right back to it, he said. Break a ball. Outside. And it's 2-2. The big right-hander into the delivery. Outside, ball 3. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming. Gets the strikeout there.
Just turn that K around.
Yeah.
From swinging to call. That was probably looking for that slider, going to take it, but this is just a perfectly executed fastball right there.
Giddy up on it right there too.
A little angry on it.
14 strikeouts as a team tonight for Texas pitching. As Hicks steps in, that is a season high for this Longhorn staff. As Hicks has struck out twice and grounded to first, so he is 0 for 3 as he steps in. 1-1 in their first strike as well. The 1-2. Muscled into center for a base hit. Got in on him, but you can just see the strength of Hicks right there. He just muscled that into center.
That's a good way to put it with the fastball from Southern. Got in on him almost like you just shove it off the end of the bat and get it out there.
He tried to get his hands in. It got him about the label, but just strong enough to muscle it that way. And they have a pinch runner here, I would think, what it looks like. I haven't seen it come out of the dugout yet, but
yeah, well, he put the first baseman's helmet on, did Hicks. And now the pinch runner
Reagan Doss
was the first base coach.
First base coach. Reagan Doss gets into the game. 6'1", 200-pound freshman from Round Rock High School.
I was looking at him. Why are they trading helmets?
It's in there for a strike. Doss gets into the game here. Got a great picture of Reagan, huge Longhorn fan growing up. Trying to get some autographs. You can see him right there in the tunnel. And now, same spot.
Last night at their workout, went over to the same spot a few years later.
Foul back. Montgomery with a good hack right there. It's a good-looking freshman. Big, strong. He has walked, struck out, grounded out. The 1-2. Equalizer gets him. 15th strikeout by Longhorn pitching tonight.
Yeah, that's a good slider from Southern. And the one that looks hittable, breaks away from me, or you can throw it
to the screen.
To the screen. Well, that one got away from him.
So down to second base on the wild pitch. Goes Reagan Doss. York got the first hit for the Broncos after 40 years of not playing Division I baseball. That happened back in the second inning. It was 1 for 3 on the night.
Looking for the first RBI.
Good hack at that, fouled it back. One and two now. York steps back in. Longhorn fans come to their feet. Breaking ball. Stays outside. And the count evens. Two to York. Got him with a breaking ball. What a big night for Longhorn pitching. 16 strikeouts by the Longhorn pitching staff tonight. And Texas comes away with a 7-0 victory.
16 strikeouts, 1 walk for Texas pitching. First 6-0 start. You see again since 2009. They started 11-0 that season. What a good game. I mean, Boise State coming in, you can tell they haven't been outside, but that's you take advantage of that as Texas. They didn't throw erratically tonight. They were around the zone. They got the strikeouts. Probably see a different Boise State team tomorrow getting their second game, but got their walks on offense, scored their runs, and come away with their second shutout of the season.
You know, you go back to the scenario. It's actually taking the Broncos. They pitched the ball pretty well, except the first inning for each one of the guys that went out there. It's just so different. You cannot recreate the environment of that first time you come out and play.
No, I mean, and they'll probably be the first to tell you if you asked them. Yeah, the first inning it was nerves. I calmed down. You could tell all the pitchers that got the second inning. They found the breaking ball. I think nerves more than anything gets to young players, young pitchers. It doesn't matter what level. If you can get through the first and then find your rhythm, find your tempo, find your grip, everything starts to fall in place. And that's what happened to these guys, just an inning too late.
Yeah, you look at it. Final score 7-0. Let's go down to the Eyes of Texas. The Eyes of Texas at the Longhorns victorious 7-0. You go back to this ball game, there's things that jump off the page. You get started quickly offensively. You take advantage. Zubia gets the big knock right there. Now, you had a chance really to open it up right there, but only coming away with 2.
Yeah, but I think, again, it goes back to jumping ahead early. They've done that a lot this year, leading to their 6-0 start. And that it kind of puts the team at ease. I mean, whether you're home or on the road, Bryce did a good job of getting out of the first, and then you get the run. So when you can get a lead at any time, it kind of takes the pressure off, and Texas has done that well this year.
And then the other part of the ball game is throwing strikes. I mean, if you've got stuff, and all the guys tonight for Texas had really good stuff, but in the strike zone. I mean, that's the other thing. There were very few free passes in the game.
One walk. Bryce, struck out 11, 12, and then the bullpen. You got Dawson Merriman came in and Jared Southern came in. Both had 3 strikeouts in their inning of pitch. So the entire staff, not just the starters, the relievers have been filling up the zone this year.
Well, 16 strikeouts overall on the night. We're going to go down to the field and visit with the guy that had 11 of them, and Bryce Elder. Now, Bryce, talk to us that second time out. Would you feel any different than you did last Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, early on, kind of lost focus again in the second inning. But, after being there a second week, kind of settled back in and made some pitches.
That's what I'm thinking. It looked like after that second inning, your tempo, your pace picked up a little bit. Like you like, I'm not going to let this happen again. And it just seemed to change your entire rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, I think early on, I didn't have a good feel of slider. And I kind of settled in and talked to Coach Allen a little bit about just kind of changing my eye level, and it ended up working out.
Now, Bryce, when you're talking about changing not a feel for your breaking ball, did you go to another type of breaking ball or just work through getting that feeling back?
No, I just worked through getting it back. I've thrown it my whole life, and just kind of sticking with it and changing my eye level. And just that right there.
Yeah, your thoughts on the entire staff. I mean, tonight y'all had 16 punch-outs and 1 walk, but you started. Ty's been pitching well, but the bullpen, everybody, his entire staff has been throwing the ball well.
Yeah, I think that kind of our mentality this year is just go right at people. We got good stuff. As long as we make people beat us and not beat ourselves, I think we're going to be really successful.
I know your off-season program and get things ready to go, but second time out in the year, go over 100. Is that something that you anticipated before the ball game?
No, not at all. I thought I was at like 85, and I was planning to go back out in the 8th. And he came up and was like, "You're at 105," and I was like, "Oh," it got up pretty quick.
Well, I looked at the stats. Last year, 7 out of your last 10 over 100. Now 2 in a row over 100. It doesn't seem to be taking its toll, and it's kind of what you're built for.
Yeah. Me and Coach Couch have been working hard, and we're just going to keep doing the same thing. I feel good every week, so we're not going to change anything. Just keep going at it.
Thanks so much for taking the time. I know you've got finished earlier. You got your ice. Go enjoy the victory. Thanks for visiting with us.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, when you start looking at taking this guy, we just heard from him, as good as he's been, that puts you in pretty good shape on Friday night.
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy, he's a winner. I mean, he didn't win a lot of games last year, but he gave you the opportunity to win. And now you feel comfortable with him out there again. He's going to pitch your good game on Friday night. Now Ty Madden can follow that tomorrow on Saturday, and that's what you want. You just want to kind of keep it snowballing, and the staff as a whole has been doing that.
Well, let's go look ahead tomorrow. Don't forget, it's 2 o'clock Central Time. Greg and I'll both be here. Ty Madden gets the opportunity to toe the rubber tomorrow.
Had a great start in Houston at Rice, his first start of the season. I believe today was birthday boy, so
yes,
get over the birthday and come out and get him tomorrow. Follow Bryce Elder's lead and go get him.
Now, then the last part of this for me would be offensively, got that big hit early as we talked about, but late in the game took advantage, took the walks that they got.
Well, that's what this team needs to do. They haven't really been able to string a lot of hits together, but they have been able to get on base. They've been able to get on base and get the big hit when they need it, and tonight was the same thing. Late in the game, 4 walks in 1 inning, just a couple base hits. And